Elizabeth Warren is releasing new financial earnings in her push for the presidency. Warren's campaign says she was paid nearly $2 million.
And new reporting reveals that she took in nearly $2 million working as a consultant.
So on Sunday night, Washington Post and Politico reported that Senator Elizabeth Warren, formerly a lawyer, made $1.9 million from corporate and financial legal work. And that's it. That's the headline. Free from context, without the little detail that she earned this over the span of more than 3 decades.
Paid nearly $2 million for legal work dating back to the 1980s.
Making her earnings a little bit more modest, the equivalent of around $52,000 per year. Now listen, whoever your candidate is, things like this should upset you. I haven't endorsed anyone as of yet, but just as headlines that highlight that Biden and Warren dropped to second and third without mentioning the person who is in first, Bernie, the Voldemort of mainstream media, headlines like this that portray a narrative without context are also damaging. As a law professor at Harvard and the University of Pennsylvania, she consulted mostly on bankruptcy cases for corporate clients, including Bergner's department store. Perhaps more controversially, Warren collected around $20,000 from Dow Chemical, advising the conglomerate on breast cancer litigation against one of its subsidiaries. And then she collected $77,000 from Rabobank, a creditor to Enron. But what's also noted in the New York Times is that Warren's disclosure also reveals that she performed a considerable amount of free or pro bono legal work, which seemingly is less talked about. If anything, what is clear from the release of her tax returns is that as a professor at Harvard Law and one of the all-time most cited legal experts in bankruptcy and commercial law, the rate she charged over 30 years isn't even competitive with her male peers, with far less expertise. And if anything, wasn't fairly compensated in comparison. Not to mention that if you take the highball number of around $67,000 a year that some have been estimating for her 30 years of legal work, she lives in Massachusetts, where the average salary of an attorney is $87,000 a year. So when you go with reporting the lump sum without any of this context, it's disingenuous, and a means to make us think she's collecting these enormous fees, when she's not. Michael Bloomberg and Tom Steyer, however, two billionaires who have already spent more than $50 million on ads, well, there's a couple of folk worth prying in regards to lump sums. But why waste ink on that when you can make unnecessary noise about a leading female candidate for the sole reason of making unnecessary noise for clicks? Did you know that TYT Network is now available on YouTube's new streaming platform, YouTube TV? Get access to full TYT episodes and exclusive shows by signing up for YouTube TV today. All new subscribers get a 7-day free trial, so head over to youtube.tv and search for the TYT Network channel.